Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network. Mike Peterson and Nicholas McGathy with you here from the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway with the Dirt Slingers Monday Night Series. Looks like we got about, man, the people keep coming. We got about 36 cars checked into the pits here tonight, so we got a pretty big field here tonight. But as I mentioned, Nick is here. Good evening, Nick. How is it going?
I'm doing pretty well, Mike. How about yourself?
I'm good. Ready for some racing here. Got two races on tap here tonight. The Monday Night Series and then the Monday Night Outlaw Series. So we got a couple more minutes here of practice. Or about 45 seconds left to practice. We're going to click it over to qualifying. Nick's maiden voyage here on the Dirt Racing Network. Give it a little tryout. See how he likes it. Maybe get a third voice here on the Dirt Racing Network. Real quick before we go to qualifying, Dirt Racing Network is proud to be sponsored by Meat Freaks Jerky. Go to meatfreaksjerky.com. Use the promo code DRN19 to get your Meat Freaks Jerky. Follow them on Facebook as well, but also go over there, get a bunch of packs of jerky, help out the Dirt Racing Network, and spread the word about Meat Freaks Jerky. They are the official sponsor here of the Dirt Racing Network. All right, going to click, get ready to qualify. We're going to send it to tonight's national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we're back. Got about 10 seconds left here in qualifying. Ernie Williams is tonight's fast qualifier so far, 13.363. Robert Satterfield, Nathan Davis, Britton Roxbury, and Anthony Job are the fast five. Any surprises to you there, Nick?
No, I'm actually no. Ernie's real quick. He's normally up front, so I'm actually surprised. And I'm not really too surprised that he's up front. He's always in the front of the pack, so.
All right, we're going to get ready for heat race number one. I believe we're going to have 5 heat races. Haven't had hot 5 in a while here. All right, getting heat race number one lined up here on the front straightaway. Starting on the pole in the Black Diamond Motorsports UDTV Tim's Dirt Track Simulators Dirty Dicks number 91. That is Ernie Williams. Waiting for a couple more to grid here. One more. Wait, now one more. Not sure if he's here or not. Waiting on Austin Simmelman. I'm just not sure if he's here. We're going to see. They start to roll. He's going to miss it. Here we go. All right, starting second in the SKD, number 18. That is Austin Simmelman. Starting third in the Port Royal, number 777. That is Travis Snyder Jr. Starting fourth in the Team City Group Holding, Cognitive Warriors, Wicked Cushion number 37. That is Zane Scott. Starting fifth in the Kinzer Racing Sim Team, Messiah Valley Transportation, number 11. That is Cole Newhoffen. Man, my things are all messed up here today. Starting in the sixth spot in the Rockstar Productions, number 422. That's Mike Roxbury. Starting seventh in the Halmar Racing Barents, number 53. That is Bob Ramundo. We did have Jeff Stewart in the Elbows Up machine. Tried to make the call, but he is sitting on pit road. So we got 7 cars on the racetrack for heat race number 1. Going 8 laps. What's up, Kevin, Dave? All right, going green this time. Top 3 to the A main, top 2 to the pole dash. Everybody else going through the soup. Looks like we're going to have at least a C main tonight. Ernie Williams on the gas. Green flag.
Green flag.
Good jump by Ernie Williams through 1 and 2. Austin Simmelman riding in that second spot. Zane Scott, Travis Snyder Jr. side by side for the third position. Cole Newhoffen in fourth. Fifth, Mike Roxbury sixth. Single file freight train through turns 1 and 2. Zane Scott will take over the third spot. Travis Snyder fourth. Snyder puts it in the outside fence. Going to allow Cole Newhoffen to go by in turn number 4. In the fourth spot, completing lap number 2. Still Ernie Williams out front. Austin Simmelman, Zane Scott, front 3 pulling away from Cole Newhoffen in fourth. Travis Snyder, Mike Roxbury, Bob Ramundo, the 7 cars on the racetrack. Ernie Williams pulling away, got 4 or 5 car lengths now through turns 3 and 4. Is going to see the cross flags this time. 4 laps to go here in heat race number 1. Austin Simmelman still rides in second. Zane Scott third. Cole Newhoffen fourth. Front 3 cars all solidly in tonight's A main. Cole Newhoffen, first one looking on the outside. He wants to get into the top 3 to transfer directly to the A main. He's got a little work to do with 2 laps to go here in heat race number 1. Travis Snyder still running in the 5th spot. Mike Roxbury, Bob Ramundo, 6th and 7th. White flag is going to be in the air here off turn number 4 for race leader Ernie Williams. Austin Simmelman still riding second. Zane Scott, Cole Newhoffen. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Ernie Williams through turns 3 and 4. Simmelman one last ditch effort, but Ernie Williams will win heat race number 1. Austin Simmelman second. Zane Scott third. Cole Newhoffen fourth. Travis Snyder, Mike Roxbury, and Bob Ramundo.
That was some pretty good, clean, fast race in there, wouldn't you say, Mike?
It was a little bit of 2 single file, but hopefully once we get through the heats, you'll start to see the grooves widen out, get a couple multiple grooves. That's how it usually happens. A lot of times heat races are pretty single line. Everybody just follows, and see how the track changes here throughout the night.
Yeah, there's some pretty good looking paints out there I'm seeing. You know, all these guys got different paint schemes and stuff going on. It's really interesting to see how much time they put into these cars.
Absolutely, and we got some good ones out here in heat race number 2. Starting on the pole here for heat race number 2. Let's see if I get a better view of that car. Why I keep switching off that. Starting on the pole here in the Twisted Motorsports Dirt Division, Wicked Cushion. Number 55, that is Robert Satterfield. Starting second in the Super Butts Racing, number 770, that is Devin Butts. Starting third in the Elbows Up, Motorsports Beat Dude Products, number 98, that's James Tiernan. Starting fourth in the Casey's General Store, number 50, that is Jason Randolph. Starting 5th. In the Team SETI group, holding Wicked Relief Gum with CBD number 31, that is Tyson Landis. Starting 6th in the Team SETI group, holding Wicked Energy Gum number 79, that is Billy Raleigh. And starting 7th in the Curb Factory Cane 225, that's Richie Preston. 7 cars making the call here for heat race number 2, going 8 laps. Top 3 to the A main, top 2 to the pole dash.
Lights are off of the pace truck. We're about to go green this time by. Robert Shatterfield's going to be looking for the green flag here off turn 4 this time.
Green, green, green.
What a great jump he's got coming down into 1 and 2. Going to maybe try to single file. They're going to go 2 wide around 3 and 4.
Satterfield pulling away. Devin Butt's going to ride in the 2nd spot. James Tiernan in 3rd. Good battle back here behind him for 4th. Jason Randolph, Tyson Landis side by side. Landis will take over the 4th spot down the back straightaway. Jason Randolph falls back to 5th. Richie Preston, Billy Raleigh rounding out 7 cars here off turn number 4 to complete lap number 2.
And as they come down the backstretch, they're going to be 2 wide going down into 3 and 4 as James Tiernan's going to try to see if he can get the position. Coming up before.
Still side by side for that 2nd spot. Devin Butts on the outside, James Tiernan on the inside into turns 3 and 4. Still side by side. James Tiernan will take it off turn number 4 with cross flags in the air, but Devin Butts looks back on the inside, tries to slide up in front, can't do it that time. Tiernan's going to prevail, pull away by 3 car lengths. Tyson Landis right there. He wants the 3rd spot from Butts there off turn number 4.
He's going to try to make it work coming down into 1 and 2, but I don't think he's going to. He's going to single file going down into 3 as James Tiernan's going to pull away from him. They're going to be battling for that transfer spot right there.
Transfer spot is up for grabs. Devin Butts, Tyson Landis here with 2 laps to go. Down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Still side by side off turn number 4. Landis has it at the line going into turn number 1. White flag in the air for race leader Robert Satterfield. Down the back straightaway, Satterfield's got it in hand. He's going to come off turn number 4. He will win heat race number 2. James Tiernan 2nd. Tyson Landis will finish in 3rd. Devin Butts 4th. Billy Raleigh 5th. Jason Randolph and Richie Preston.
I don't know, Mike. I think the track's just starting to get pretty racy. Them guys are racing pretty hard for that transfer spot.
Yeah, you're seeing a couple lines start to form here, so hopefully that's a good thing. Good things to come. What's up, Dan? How you doing, brother? Haven't seen you in a while. All right, getting heat race number 3 on the racetrack here. Starting on the pole in the Black Diamond Motorsports, Dirty Dicks, UDTV number 36, that's Nathan Davis. Starting on his outside in the Dirt Racing Network, Meat Freaks Jerky, JZI Racing Photography number 7C, that's Josh Close. Starting in the 3rd spot. In the High Side Racing number 02, that's Bryce Bailey. Starting 4th in the Team VLR Beer Hill Gang number 23, that's Stephen Calavoda. Starting 5th in the Dirt Racing Network TS Sorrell number 35, that is Nathan Sedlick. Starting 6th in the 238, that's Anthony Marvalijo. And starting 7th in the Red Bull Raven Graphics number 69, that is Brandon Igo. Looking to get that car fired. He's going to take it to pit road. He is not going to race. So we only got 6 cars here for heat race number 3.
Taking the top 2 from this, putting them in the dash. Top 3 go to the A main. So it'd be always nice to see as a pace truck pulls off, come down into 3. They're going to look for the green flag this time off 4. Nathan Davis going to be looking for that green flag, holding them off, and gets a good start down the front stretch, going down into 1 and 2. He's going to take off on Josh Close, as Bryce Bailey's going to slide up there for that 2nd spot.
Side by side for the second spot. Stephen Calavoda wants to get into this battle as well. Josh Close going to come off turn number 4. He will take over the second spot. Bryce Bailey, Stephen Calavoda side by side for the third position. Anthony Marvalijo and looks like Nathan Sedlick back there battling for the fifth spot.
As Bryce Bailey's throwing another huge slider down into 3 and 4. Josh Close going to give him one back down into 1 and 2. Josh Close wants that transfer into that dash. Bryce Bailey's going to try to work for that second spot right there going into 3 and 4.
Slide job off turn number 4. Bryce Bailey almost got into Josh Close there off turn number 4. Everybody keeps it going in the right direction. Caution on the racetrack. Looks like Nathan Sedlick is around. We'll go back really quick, rewind it just a little bit more. Sedlick and Marvalijo were battling hard here off turn number 4. Going into turn number 1. Marvalijo slid up, got into Sedlick. Sedlick went around, got into the outside fence there off turn number 2. Came to a stop, and his heat race is over. So it's going to be Nathan Davis, Josh Close, Bryce Bailey, Stephen Calavoda, Anthony Marvalijo. The 5 cars still on the racetrack. Looks like we're going to have about probably 2 laps to go. No, 1 lap to go. Lights are still on. The pace trucks are going to go around at least 2 more times.
We'll have a 1-lap shootout. Let's see if Bryce Bailey can put the pressure on Josh Close to get that transfer spot into the dash.
Some good racing out here. Seeing a couple lanes form. Saw that first heat race was pretty much single file, but the second one kind of saw some lane form. We saw it here as well. A couple side-by-side racing, which is good to see. Hopefully it continues throughout the night. Once we finish up here with the Monday Night Series, we got the Monday Night Outlaws coming up here as soon as we finish up about 15 minutes or so. So make sure you stay tuned. Got full night of racing. Wednesday night is the Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series. I believe that's what it's called. That is going to be 8 p.m. Eastern, or 9 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. Central, Wednesday night. Roger Wagner will have the call for that one for you. Getting ready here to go off turn number 4. Green flag in the air. 1 lap to go. Nathan Davis, huge jump going into turn number 1. Josh Close riding in that second spot. Bryce Bailey, 3rd. Stephen Calavoda, Anthony Marvalijo. Through turns 3 and 4, Nathan Davis will win heat race number 3. Josh Close 2nd. Bryce Bailey 3rd. Stephen Calavoda 4th. And Anthony Marvalijo will finish in 5th. Hopefully everything goes good for you there, Dan, on Thursday. Nick is Nick's been around. He races a bunch, and we're trying to try him out in the booth, see how he does, see if he feels comfortable, and hopefully he's another voice here on the Dirt Racing Network.
Yeah, I'm really thankful for the opportunity that the Dirt Racing Network's giving me to get up on here and see what I can do for these young fans that are out there.
All right. Heat race number 4 on the racetrack, starting on the pole. In the Casey Kane Racing Sim Team Valvoline Wiki Cushion number 421, that's Britton Roxbury. Still have a car here. Starting in the second spot. Come on, let me get a better camera here. In the BMRS Country Builders number 88, that is John Harper. We're going to try to see if we can get this car a push. All right. Well, that just damaged Britton's car. Well, Britton's probably going to be done. Starting in the 3rd spot in the 92 PG Racing, that is Peyton Grease. In the 32 Wicked Energy Gun Machine, that is Aiden Patterson. Starting 5th in the Black Diamond Motorsports Machine, that is Trevor Royer. Starting 6th in the Scott King's Design number 25, that's Scott King. And starting last is Lance Heinberger. We are green. Sorry for the late call there. Cars warping in and out of here. Trevor Royer out front, coming off turn number 4 to complete lap number 1. John Harper right there, side-by-side battle for the race lead through turns 1 and 2. Royer's got some connection issues here. Down the back straightaway they go. John Harper's going to prevail here off turn number 4 to complete lap number 2 with Trevor Royer in tow.
Looks like John Harper's going to lead him down the backstretch into 3 and 4 as Trevor Royer's going to try to throw a slider around 3 and 4. Can he hold it coming down the front stretch? He can't, as Mr. John Harper's going to give one back to him down into 1 and 2.
John Harper off turn number 2 will take over the race lead. Trevor Royer is going to throw the slide job here in 3 and 4. Slides up, little contact. Harper gets into the outside fence, spins it around. It's going to bring out no caution. Not sure why no caution was called there. Trevor Royer out front by a pretty good margin, almost a full second over Aiden Patterson, Peyton Grease, Scott King, and John Harper. The 5 cars on the racetrack with 3 laps to go. That time by Trevor Royer right up against that outside fence here off turn number 4 with 2 laps to go.
Going to keep it high here in 1 and 2, kind of run the top. Looks like he's got a little connection issues here. Still running the top round 3 and 4 as Aiden Peterson's trying to run the top and run him back down. Try to get this heat race win.
White flag in the air that time by for race leader Trevor Royer right up against that outside fence. 1.2 seconds back to Aiden Patterson. Trevor Royer a little bit of connection issues, but will come off turn number 4. He will win heat race number 4. Aiden Patterson second, Peyton Grease third, Scott King fourth, and John Harper will come home in 5th. Hey, it does sound good there, Dan. Gotta knock the rust off a little bit, but he'll be okay.
That's right.
All right, heat race number 5 coming on the racetrack. 5th and final heat race here for race number 1. Starting on the pole, in the elbows up. Motorsports beat. Why does it jump away like that? It bugs me. Motorsports beat number 001. That is Anthony Job. Brett Strickler was there, and then he went away. Starting. What's that?
I don't know if there's issues, but I think cars are stalling out tonight.
Cars are stalling out. Roger must have did something to the server because it's not letting some of these guys start. And all right, I guess starting in the second spot will be Doyle Lawrence in the Raven Graphics number 8 machine. Starting third in the Twisted Motorsports Dirt Division number 88, that's Al Balducci. Starting in the 4th spot in the, I forget what team he's on now, UDSRA Highside Raceway number 73, that's Larry Moody. And starting in 5th in the Mechaleys number 86, that is Chance Chiskowski. I'm really probably butchering the hell out of that, but that's okay.
That's close enough.
All right, here we go. Going green, 5 cars here in heat race number 5. Green flag in the air. 2 cars did not make the call here for heat race number 5, so we got 5 going for the top 3 to tonight's A main. Anthony Job out front. We're 3 wide here through turns 3 and 4 for the second spot. Doyle Lawrence, Brett Strickler, Larry Moody. Or excuse me, not Brett Strickler, Al Balducci, excuse me. Doyle Lawrence going to prevail off turn number 2 with the second spot. Al Balducci third. Chance Chiskowski is going to take over the 4th spot, and Larry Moody back to 5th. Anthony Job out by almost a full second already over Al Balducci, excuse me. And Doyle Lawrence in 3rd.
You know, I think Doyle Lawrence has got something, though. He's kind of going to run this high side in 1 and 2. Try to gain the position back. Wants to be in that dash as they're battling behind him for that 4th spot.
Larry Moody, Chance Chiskowski side by side for the 4th position. Almost 3 wide here trying to get around Doyle. Chiskowski's going to go to the inside, 3 wide with Moody in the middle and Lawrence on the outside. Chiskowski's going to come across. He will take over the 3rd spot, but Moody's right there on the outside. Chiskowski and Larry Moody side by side for the 3rd and final transfer spot. A little bit of contest going to allow Larry Moody to prevail in the 3rd spot. Chiskowski back to 4th and Doyle Lawrence in 5th. Two lap. Go ahead.
It looks like here Doyle Lawrence is trying to pick up that extra spot, try to get a better spot in the B-man as they get the white flag this time by.
Anthony Job down the back straightaway. 1 set of corners to go here in heat race number 5, and Anthony Job will win heat race number 5. Al Balducci in the 2nd spot. 3rd will be Larry Moody. 4th, Chance Chiskowski, and 5th will be Doyle Lawrence. C-Main coming on to the racetrack. All right, getting these guys lined up. See how many we get to come out here and have a little fun. Supposed to be 13. Should be probably around 10 going to make the call. I do know we got a couple that have already left. See if I can get a good camera view because this is not working the way I want it to. All right, starting on the pole here for tonight's C-Main in the 422, that's Mike Roxbury. Starting 2nd in the number 50, that is Jason Randolph. Starting 3rd in the 35, that's Nathan Sedlick. Starting 4th in the 421, that's Britton Roxbury. Starting 5th in the 38, that is Brett Strickler. Starting 6th in the 53, that's Bob Ramundo. Starting 7th. In the 225, that is Richie Preston. Starting 8th in the 67, that is Brandon Igo. Starting 9th in the 09, that's Lance Heimberger. Starting 10th in the 22, that is Mason Hannigan. And starting 11th in the 72, that is Jeff Stewart. 11 cars making the call here. Top 4 to the rear of the B main. So 11 cars for 4 spots. Going 10 laps here in the C main.
It's a pretty stacked C main, if you ask me, Mike.
Yes, sir. Got a couple fast cars. I think a lot of guys that had some problems getting started or some problems on the racetracks ended up in the C main. So we got some fast cars. Look for that 421 to get out front pretty quickly. Sir Sterling, hell of a racing unit. Probably see about the same here as we go through the C main, the B main, and ultimately in the A main. All right, Mike Roxbury and Jason Randolph on the front row here for the C main. Going green this time off turn number 4. Green flag.
Green flag.
Good jump by Mike Roxbury. Jason Randolph did not get a good start there. Nathan Sedlick is going to take over the 2nd spot. Brett Strickler right there. Britton Roxbury, he wants it as well. Strickler's going to take the 2nd spot, but Britton Roxbury is going to throw the slide job. Sedlick's going to try to cross him back over the 3 wide there for a second. Going into turn number 1. Big time slide job by Nathan Sedlick, who just takes out Mike Roxbury, who gets into Brett Strickler. Caution on the racetrack. Going to go back and watch that one. We saw that one forming. Nathan Sedlick went diving into turn number 1, slid up into Mike Roxbury, who got into Brett Strickler. Caution came out. Couple cars going to be done for the evening. Brett Strickler's, he refired, drove away. Jason Randolph doesn't have a front wing on that machine as well. Bob Ramundo, his night's over. I believe there's another guy sitting on pit road. That's Richie Preston. His night's over. So we got
Some contact early.
a little bit. Let's let the iRacing sort out the timing and scoring here. Believe we're going to have Britton Roxbury out front, Mike Roxbury 2nd, Brandon Igo 3rd, Mason Hannigan 4th, Lance Heimberger 5th, Jeff Stewart 6th, Nathan Sedlick is 7th.
I believe Nathan Sedlick is going to actually bring up the end of the field.
He is. I think we only have 7 cars on the racetrack. My timing, the scoring's all off here. We got 7 cars still on the racetrack. Nope, Jason Randolph, he is going to restart in the 7th spot. And then Nathan Sedlick will be 8th. So we have 8 cars still running on the racetrack. Should have 5 laps to go this time.
Brandon Roxbury's going to look for the green flag this time off of 4. See if he can get a good jump here as the green flag's waving. He's going to get a decent jump down the front straightaway. He's going to pull away from Mike Roxbury, going to be 2nd. Brandon Igu 3rd. Mason Hannigan 4th. And Lance Hamburger, I think that's how you say his last name, going to be in the 5th position.
Britton Roxbury off turn number 4 will lead that lap with 4 laps to go. Brandon Igo 2nd. Mike Roxbury 3rd. Mason Hannigan 4th. Jeff Stewart right there as well. A lot of battle in here for the 4th and final transfer spot. Jeff Stewart without a front wing on that car is going to take over the 3rd spot. Mike Roxbury is going to be there in 4th. Mason Hannigan, Lance Heimberger in 5th and 6th. Hannigan's going to fall back to 6th. Heimberger's going to throw the slide job here on Mike Roxbury to take over that 4th and final transfer spot. 2 laps to go that time by. Britton Roxbury out by 1.1 seconds over Brandon Igo, Jeff Stewart, Mike Roxbury, and Lance Heimberger side by side here for the 4th and final transfer spot off turn number 4. A little bit of contact between those 2 ties as they go into turn number 1. Heimberger on the bottom, Roxbury on the outside. Side by side into turns 3 and 4 for the final transfer spot. Heimberger throws the slide job here off turn number 4, and Mike Roxbury will take that 4th and final transfer spot. Britton Roxbury will win the C main. Brandon Igo 2nd, Jeff Stewart 3rd, and Mike Roxbury will finish in 4th.
A few little hard, tough breaks there for the night, but that was a pretty stacked C main if you ask me.
It was a pretty good one there. The racing for that 4th and final transfer spot was pretty good. Got B main on the racetrack. Starting on the pole for the B main in the number 11, that is Cole Newhoffen. Starting on his outside in the 770, that's Devin Butts. Starting 3rd in the 23, that's Steven Calavoda. Starting 4th in the 25, that's Scott King. Starting 5th in the 86, that is Chance Chiskowski. I'll get it, I think. I hope. Starting in the 6th spot. In the 777, that is Travis Snyder Jr. Starting 7th in the 79, that's Billy Raleigh. Starting 8th in the 238, that's Anthony Marvalijo. Starting 9th in the 88, that's John Harper. Starting 10th in the 8, that's Doyle Lawrence. Starting 11th in the 421, that's Britton Roxbury. Starting 12th in the 67, that's Brandon Igo. Starting 13th in the 72, that's Jeff Stewart. And starting 14th in the 422, that's Mike Roxbury. I do believe everybody got fired. Had a little bit of problem there with a couple guys, but everybody got fired. So we got 14 cars going for 5 spots. 14 cars for 5 spots. Rogers' car's currently failed tech inspection and currently have an engine teardown. Okay.
Oh,
all right.
boy. Sounds like Roger's having a tough night.
Yeah, he is. Sounds like it. All right, going 12 laps, top 5 to the rear of the A main. Pull dash coming up next. Going green this time off turn number 4. Newhoffen and Butts on the front row. Green flag. Huge jump by Cole Newhoffen. Steven Calavoda, Devin Butts. Steven Calavoda is going to take over that 2nd spot. But Devin Butts looking back on the inside. Side by side for that 2nd position. Calavoda to the outside. Butts on the inside. Big time gaggle of cars behind him. You got John Harper, Chance Chiskowski, Britton Roxbury, Billy Raleigh, Anthony Marvalijo back here. All these guys trying to get in the top 5. We're almost 4 wide back here for the 4th spot. Britton Roxbury is the man on the move. John Harper, Britton Roxbury, Chance Chiskowski, Billy Raleigh, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th right here on your screen. Britton Roxbury really trying to get to the front. Chance Chiskowski, Britton Roxbury side by side for the 5th spot here through turns 3 and 4. Roxbury's going to slide up. He will take over, but Chiskowski's going to battle back on the inside. John Harper dead ahead in the 4th spot, still side by side for that 5th spot and final transfer position here off turn number 4.
Down into 1 and 2. Mr. Britton Roxbury's going to be looking at John Harper, see what he can do on him, maybe down into 3 and 4. Britton Roxbury's still going to ride the high line, and if you look at Billy Rowley, he's going to actually go side by side with Chance and Chance, and they're going to go down to 1 and 2, see what they can do.
Still Stephen Calavoda out front. Cole Newhoffen second. Devin Butts third. Britton Roxbury gets into John Harper. Harper's going to get into Chance Chiskowski. They believe there's a little bit of contact between Britton Roxbury and John Harper. We're going to go back and watch it. Britton Roxbury got into John Harper there off turn number 4, and Harper got into Chance Chiskowski, bringing out the caution flag. See if iRacing can get this squared away back, get the order correct. I believe Stephen Calavoda is still out front. Cole Newhoffen, Devin Butts, Billy Raleigh, Brandon Igo, Britton Roxbury. I believe Roxbury is going to get a EOL on that one. So it's going to be Calavoda, Newhoffen, Butts, Raleigh, Igo, Chiskowski, Stewart, Marveliho, Scott, King, and Britton Roxbury in the 10th and final spot.
We're going to take 5 from this one. That's correct. So we got we're going to have a 1-lap shootout here.
Looks like we're going to have a 1-lap shootout. Yes, sir. 1-lap shootout for 5 spots in the rear of the A main.
As the lights go off on the pace truck this time, the pace truck's going to pull in. Stephen Calavoda is going to be looking for that green flag this time off of 4. See if he can get a good jump and see who can put it into the A main back there behind the 5th spot.
All right, going green this time. Pace truck's off. Stephen Calavoda, Cole Newhoffen, Devin Butts, Billy Raleigh, Brandon Igo, currently the top 5.
Green flag.
Green flag. Calavoda got a good jump. Devin Butts, Cole Newhoffen side by side there for a second. Billy Raleigh in 4th. Brandon Igo right there in 5th. Chance Chiskowski's going to dive to the inside for that final transfer spot off turn number 4. Can't do it that time. Stephen Calavoda will win. Cole Newhoffen 2nd. Devin Butts 3rd. Billy Raleigh and Brandon Igo be the 5 cars that transfer to the A. Robert, it was an EOL. I don't know. Did I say DOL? I meant EOL. End of line. Sorry. That means race control determined that he was the fault of the caution, so he's the reason why the caution came out. So they felt that he deserved an EOL to go to the end of the line. So he will not transfer. Britton Roxbury will not be in tonight's A main.
This is a huge heartbreaker, especially he was running pretty good. I think his car stalled out in the heat race. Had to go to the main or alphabet soup and just couldn't put it in the main here.
It's for the guy that slid up into him. Yes, it is very rare to see Britton. Britton's usually in the top 3. I think this season he's won more than anybody here with the Dirt Slingers. I feel like I've interviewed him every night, it seems like. All right. Pole dash on the racetrack. We got the 18 of Austin Simmelman, the 55 of Robert Satterfield, the 001 of Anthony Job, the 91 of Ernie Williams. We got some car. We got Aiden Patterson. We got Josh Close, Trevor Royer, Al Balducci out here. We're getting these guys all squared up. We got 10 cars. So it's going to be James Tiernan, Austin Simmelman on the front row, Anthony Job, and Trevor Royer, Nathan Davis, Robert Satterfield, Ernie Williams, Josh Close, Aiden Patterson, and Al Balducci. Going 8 laps, setting the first 5 rows of tonight's A-Main. Green flag in the air. Good jump by James Tiernan going into turn number 1. Tiernan's going to slide up side by side behind him between Job and Simmelman. Simmelman will take over that second spot. Nathan Davis throwing the slide job here, and Anthony Job can't do it, can't make any. Gets into his teammate a little bit there. Oh, Ernie Williams hard into the outside fence. Caution on the racetrack. Caution on the racetrack. Ernie Williams went hard in the turn 1 fence. A little bit of contact between Royer and Davis, and then Ernie Williams got part of that and hard into the outside fence going into turn number 1.
These guys going to start single file or double file?
It's going to be single file. Race Control's getting this lineup correct. It's going to be Austin Simmelman out front, James Tiernan in second, Anthony Job third, Nathan Davis fourth, Trevor Royer fifth. Sixth is Aiden Patterson, seventh. Or excuse me. Looks like Close going to be sixth, Patterson seventh, Satterfield eighth, and Al Balducci be ninth. Seven laps to go. Completed 1 lap before that caution came out. Going green this time. Simmelman's on the gas. Green flag. Good
Got a
jump.
nice little jump down there, down into 1 and 2 as James Tiernan's going to ride on the high side for that second position. Anthony Job's going to see what he can do here going down into 3 and 4.
Side by side off turn before for that second spot. Anthony Job, James Tiernan. Tiernan will take it back, take it over going into turn number 1. Nathan Davis trying to get alongside Anthony Job for that third spot. Josh Close throwing the slide job. A little bit of contact between Close and Davis for that fourth position. Josh Close working the middle through the race, middle groove through the racetrack. Trevor Royer, Josh Close side by side through turns 3 and 4. Gonna see the cross flags that time halfway. 4 laps to go. Austin Simmelman is pretty checked out here at the front of the field. James Tiernan, Anthony Job, the front 3. Nathan Davis and Trevor Royer, the front 5 with 3 laps to go.
James Tiernan looks like he's going to see if they can go, or not James Tiernan, it's going to be Nathan Davis and Anthony Job going to go 2 wide down here into 1 and 2. Davis not going to get the slide job on him. Going to come to the back of James Tiernan and see what he can do down in 3 and 4. Going to run the low middle side of the racetrack and come off 4.
White flag in the air that time for Austin Simmelman. Checked out by almost 2 seconds over James Tiernan. Down the back straightaway, side by side for the third spot. Nathan Davis, Anthony Job, Austin Simmelman will win. James Tiernan will finish in second. Nathan Davis will finish in third. Anthony Job in fourth. Trevor Royer fifth. Josh Close sixth. Aiden Patterson seventh. Robert Satterfield eighth. And Al Balducci ninth. And then Ernie Williams will be 10th. These guys are going to clear the track. Race Control will give them about 3 or 4 minutes for a little bit of warm-up. Going to throw up sponsor here. Dirt Racing Network is officially sponsored by Meat Freaks Jerky. Make sure you go to meatfreaksjerky.com. Pick up a couple 10 bags of jerky. Use the promo code DRN in the checkout. Follow my Facebook, Meat Freaks Jerky on Facebook as well. Get your freak on with Meat Freaks Jerky, the official sponsor here of the Dirt Racing Network. Cars on the racetrack. So far, how have you liked it so far there, Nick?
think it's pretty good. I've seen quite a bit of racing, very fast-paced racing, I should say. These guys go around here real quick, and you got to really keep up with these cameras as well to keep them straight forward, and make sure you're paying attention because it goes quick.
You've raced a lot on dirt. You've done some broadcasting with the pavement stuff on the big NASCAR tracks, and happens a little slower out there with the. I mean, the action's pretty good, but it just happens a lot slower out there on the pavement than it does here on the dirt. So it's kind of a bit of a transition from pavement to dirt.
Yeah, I'd have to agree 100%, man. I mean, in a 100-lap race, the first 75 laps are boring. Maybe talk about some strategy, but after that, it starts to get intense for 20 laps, and the last 10 are always the best. And on here, it's every lap is intense. These guys aren't never stopping. They're never trying to lift. They're always throwing sliders, seeing which line works, moving all over because the races are so much shorter, and the cars are a lot faster. So to speak.
Like you said, you talk about strategy, and the pavement races, you kind of work the pit strategy a lot of times, or even at the super speedways, you're trying to figure out what lines are going, who to pair up with. But here in the dirt world, you're pretty much hammered down for 10 laps. You got to go. You're at full song the whole 10 laps, or once we get to the A, you're 30. But 30 laps goes pretty quick. Some of these smaller tracks here. Charlotte's pretty much I would say a middle of the line dirt track here. The Lanier, Kokomo, Lima Land, those are pretty short. They go really quick. And then you got the USAs and the Williams Groves that are pretty long, kind of strung out a little bit. But Charlotte, Eldora, those are pretty. Volusia, those tracks are pretty middle of the road between the big ones and the small ones, and you get some great racing in. But they still go by pretty quick. These guys are turning right now 14-second laps.
Yeah, they go by quick, and everybody's on their toes because these guys, the tracks get real slick, and these cars are really hard to control if you're not paying attention. So it's really intense battling, and the guys are, they're just whipping around these tracks, I feel like, and it's really good though. I really like how this is working out and how everything's kind of flowing, and man, great racing going on. That's the best part of it.
Yeah, flows pretty quick. You kind of just, once you get one, the next heat race goes. Once you kind of, everything just keeps moving pretty quickly. And we did 5 heat races and 3 mains and a pole dash in just under an hour. So we're getting ready to go for 30 green flag laps. We got about 25 seconds left here in the warm-up session, and we're going to cut them loose. Don't forget, as soon as we finish up, we got the DSRL Monday Night Outlaws coming up 4:10. Going to be right back here at Charlotte, so about 15 or so minutes is when we finish up here. We're going to go back live. We'll have that race live flag-to-flag coverage. But we're ready to go racing here for 30 green flag laps for tonight's 20-car A main. All right, the way they do it with the Dirt Slingers, as always, is they're going to take the iRacing green flag. Once they do that, we are going to rearrange those first 5 rows tonight. Once the race control is satisfied with those 5 rows and how they raced in the pole dash, we will cut them loose. Probably should take a lap or 2. As soon as these guys grid up, we're going to give you the starting lineup from 11th on back, since that's already set. So starting 11th is the 37 of Zane Scott. Starting 12th in the 31, that's Tyson Landis. Starting 13th in the 02, that's Bryce Bailey. Starting 14th in the 92, that's Peyton Grease. Starting 15th in the 73, that's Larry Moody. 16th in the 23, that's Steven Calavoda. 17th in the 11, that's Cole Newhoffen. 18th in the 770, that is Devin Butts. 19th in the 79, that's Billy Raleigh. And 20th in the 67, that's Brandon Igo. All right, cars rolling. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Also to the Dirt Racing Network. Make sure you share and like the broadcast, please. Also Wednesday night, first race of the season here live on the Dirt Racing Network with the Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series. Roger Wagner will have the call 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I believe the first race is at Eldora. Every Wednesday night, they will be live here on the Dirt Racing Network. Then we'll be back Thursday night with the Thursday Thunder Series. I believe it's at Lanier, going live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Thursday night. So, picking up another series. I know we're in talks with 2, 3, or 4 more series, actually. So, a lot of racing, hopefully, here, especially as we get into the fall and winter months. iRacing kind of picks up a lot. So, once the outside racing stops.
Green flag, green flag.
All right, green flag. Staying at pace speed. Race control is going to rearrange those first 5 rows. Once they get them all squared away, then we will I do know Austin Simmelman, James Tiernan on the front row, Nathan Davis, Anthony Job, row 2, Trevor Royer, Josh Close, row 3, Aiden Patterson, Robert Satterfield, row 4, and I believe it's Al Balducci and Robert Satterfield. Or no, Ernie Williams. Got one car that's got to get in line. That's Al Balducci. Here we go. We're going green this time. 30 green flag laps. Going to lap 32 in the top left-hand corner. Austin Simmelman on the gas. Green flag in the air. 30 green flag laps here with the Dirt Slingers on the Dirt Racing Network. Austin Simmelman out front. James Tiernan trying to get up to him, going to the high side through turns 3 and 4. Nathan Davis, Trevor Royer, Anthony Job, 3 wide behind these front duo. 3 wide again going into turn number 1. Anthony Job on the outside. Nathan Davis on the bottom side. Anthony Job will take over that 3rd spot. Trevor Royer in 4th. Nathan Davis side by side. Josh Close trying to get into this battle as well for the 4th position. Josh Close going to get in front of Trevor Royer. They're 3 wide there down the back straightaway. Royer right through the middle. Josh Close, Nathan Davis, Ernie Williams trying to get into this battle as well. Some great racing here at the start of the race. Front 3 cars kind of pulled away. Trevor Royer solidly in the 4th spot. Josh Close 5th. Ernie Williams right here in 6th. Nathan Davis 7th. Ernie's going to slide job Josh Close. He's going to take over the 5th spot. Josh is going to battle back on the inside. Get in front of Ernie. Ernie, base of action, dives to the left, turns it to the left. Ernie's going to slide job Close here for the 5th spot. Great battle in here. We got a battle for the race lead up at the front of the field. Austin Simmelman, James Tiernan side by side for the race lead through turns 3 and 4. Simmelman will take it back. James Tiernan is going to fall back in line. Anthony Job right there. Everybody's gathering back up as these 2 cars battling side by side as Simmelman's going to prevail. Caution on the racetrack. Brandon Igo is around here in turn number 3. Turned it around. Cars were coming. Brandon Igo brings out the first caution of the night. So, that was pretty intense.
Pretty intense first laps. First 10 laps, I should say, wasn't it?
About 8. We started with 2 and lap 2. Yeah, so about 8.
Yep. These guys don't run caution laps. They're actually going to get another only 2 laps or so. Green flag.
We're going to go to lap 35. So we had every caution. You had 3 laps to the ticker. So we're going to lap 35.
Lap 35. There we go.
So Austin Simmelman is the race leader. James Tiernan 2nd. Anthony Job, Trevor Royer, Ernie Williams the front 5. Josh Close, Nathan Davis, Aiden Patterson, Robert Satterfield, and Zane Scott. All right, going green next time. Probably going to see more of the same, especially with some of these guys at the front of the field. Some heavy hitters in the back as well. See if they can make their way to the front. See Robert Satterfield sitting 9th, Zane Scott 10th, Tyson Landis 11th. We got Cole Newhoffen back all the way in 16th. So a lot of good guys back here in the back of the pack, but the green flag is back in the air. Good jump by Austin Simmelman going into turn number 1. James Tiernan riding second, Anthony Jobin third. Trevor Royer, Ernie Williams going to battle hard here for the 4th spot. Ernie's going to slide Royer into off turn number 4. Ernie Williams will take over the 4th spot as Trevor Royer is going to fall back to 5th. Josh Close right there in 6th, and Nathan Davis in 7th. Single file through turns 3 and 4. Austin Simmelman at the front of the field. James Tiernan second, Anthony Jobin third.
Josh Close back there in 5th. It looks like Trevor Royer's another caution is going to come out.
Caution's going to come out. Looks like Peyton Grease is around in 1 and 2. We'll go back and see what happened to Peyton. Going into turn number 1. Just kind of loops it around. Gets a little help from Larry Moody as he tried to stop, but just got into the back of the 92 machine. Is going to bring out the caution. Peyton Grease going to sit there. It looks like his night is going to be over. Still Austin Simmelman, James Tiernan, Anthony Job out front. Ernie Williams, Trevor Royer, Josh Close, Nathan Davis, Robert Satterfield, Zane Scott, and Aiden Patterson. All right, going to lap number 38, I believe. Yes, 38. We have about 20 laps to go.
Looks like the lights are off on the pace truck. They'll go green this time by. They're going to tighten them up here coming into 3. Austin Sesselman out of 4 will get the green flag. Let's see if he can get a nice jump. As the green flag's out, he's going to get a good jump. Most of the guys running to the top side of the track on 1 and 2. Down the back stretch, looks like they're going to go double file for that 5th. See, it's too wide for that 5th spot. Trevor Royer is going to try to get Ernie Williams down around the corner.
Trevor Royer is going to take over that 4th spot. The battle for the race lead is heating up. James Tiernan dives to the inside, tries to throw the slide job here on Austin Simmelman. Simmelman crosses him back over here off turn number 4. James Tiernan will take it at the line that time, and the caution is going to come out. I believe James Tiernan will take over the race lead as the caution flies. Al Balducci around in turn number 4. Battling hardware, Bryce Bailey. Zane Scott was way out of shape going into turn number 3. Had to check up. Billy Raleigh got into Al Balducci, and Balducci went around. His night is going to be over. James Tiernan will be awarded the race lead. Austin Simmelman second, Anthony Job third, Trevor Royer, Ernie Williams, Nathan Davis, Josh Close, Robert Satterfield, Tyson Landis, and Aiden Patterson. Make sure you guys go to meatfreaksjerky.com. Buy 5, 10, 15, 100 packs of jerky. Make sure you type in the promo code DRN19. Some great flavors, peppered bacon, original. Make sure you go over there and check it out. Follow them on Facebook as well. Meat Freaks Jerky on Facebook, but they are the official sponsor here of the Dirt Racing Network. All right, go to lap number 41.
41.
Closing in on 15 to go.
They're going to go green this time by. As James Tierden's going to be looking for the green this time. Out of 4, he gets the green flag.
Green flag.
Down into 1 and 2. Austin Sesselman's going to stay on the low side. James Tierden going to go for the high side. Anthony Joe back in the 3rd position. Stays high. Runs high. So Ernie Williams going to run the middle of the track. Got 2 wide. Trevor Rohr for the 5th position right there.
Tiernan's going to go to the bottom side. Austin Simmelman trying to get up to the race lead. Simmelman got a good run there off turn number 2. He's going to go side by side. He's going to throw the slide job in 3 and 4. He's going to take over the race lead. Austin Simmelman will take over the race lead as a caution flag will fly. Billy Raleigh was around down the back straightaway. Billy Raleigh up against the outside fence. Loops it around there coming off turn number 2. Gets a little help from Zane Scott. Raleigh keeps it under fire. Will drive away. Billy Raleigh will keep it going and stay on the racetrack. Still Austin Simmelman's going to inherit the race lead. James Tiernan, Anthony Job, Trevor Royer, Ernie Williams, Nathan Davis, Josh Close, Tyson Landis, Robert Satterfield, and Aiden Patterson. All right, going to lap 44 now. It is a good race up front. Yes, sir. There, Kevin. Got a couple wave around cars going to come around here. Peyton Greaves without a front wing going to get a couple wave rounds. All right, going green this next time. Going to lap 44. Going to be 15 to go when they take the green flag. Are we going to go around one more time? Excuse me. Thoughts so far near here, Nick, with the first 15 or so laps?
Well, I think there's going to be a lot of battling going on up front, and if these guys can stay green, I think James Tierden's going to see what he can do for that top spot. But you got to watch out. That Trevor Royer, he's pretty quick tonight as well. He's kind of come back from the back. I think he started 4th. He's in 3rd now, but still, he's moving pretty quick tonight. It looks like to me.
All right, pace truck's off. Going to have about 14 laps to go. Simmelman, Tiernan, Royer, Job, and Williams, the front 5. Green flag back in the air.
Green flag. Green flag.
Good jump by Austin Simmelman going into turn number 1. James Tiernan in the 2nd spot. Trevor Royer 3rd. Anthony Job, Ernie Williams. A little bit of contact there off turn number 2. It's going to allow Nathan Davis to get alongside Anthony Job for that 4th position here off turn number 4. Royer's looking on the inside for the 2nd spot. Going to slide job. James Tiernan, Trevor Royer wants that 2nd spot. Really banging off at the wall there. James Tiernan's going to go right on by and pull away in the 2nd spot. Trevor Royer 3rd, Anthony Job, and Ernie Williams side by side. Ernie's going to throw the slide job on Job here for the 4th spot. Can't do it, can't hang on. Job will take back the 4th spot. Ernie back to 5th. Nathan Davis in 6th here off turn number 4.
Down into 1 and 2, they're going to still stay single file coming around the top side of the track. Top sides are working really good. You just can't make a mistake as Ernie Williams going to throw a slider for that 5th spot right there. They're going to make contact coming down the front straightaway. He's going to slide again. Big slider. Can he pass him this time? Coming down to 1 and 2. He makes it stick and he makes it clear.
Anthony Job dives back on the inside through turns 3 and 4. He's going to throw the slide job off turn number 4. He will take back the 4th spot. Ernie's going to try to slide him back one more time going into turn number 1. Job's going to slide, cross him back over. Ernie's going to try to keep it off the wall going into turn number 3. Still Austin Simmelman out by a full second. Anthony Job puts it in the outside fence. He's going to lose a couple spots, going to fall back to 6 as Ernie Williams and Nathan Davis go by. Austin Simmelman still out front. James Tiernan second, Trevor Royer in third, Ernie Williams in fourth, Nathan Davis in fifth, Anthony Job sixth. Tyson Landis is going to take over the sixth spot. Anthony Job is going to fall back to seventh. Cole Newhoffen up to eighth. Bryce Bailey ninth, and Aiden Patterson in 10th. Austin Simmelman's got 1.1 second lead over James Tiernan. Closing in on 5 laps to go. Tiernan on the bottom side, Royer on the outside. 5 laps to go that time from race control. Ernie Williams all over Trevor Royer for that third spot. Ernie wants a podium here tonight with the caution coming out. Trevor Royer pounded off the outside fence as soon as the caution came out. Zane Scott bringing out the caution.
That just saved Royer a few positions as well of that caution.
Looks like Zane was battling hard with Stephen Calvoto. Low contact going into turn number 1, and Zane got the worst end of that one. Pounded the outside fence going into turn number 1. It's going to be Simmelman, Tiernan, Royer, Williams, Davis, Job, Landis, Newhoffen, Bailey, and Patterson, the top 10. We are going to lap
47?
47 is correct. So just about 4 laps to go. Looks like Peyton Gree is going to get back on the lead lap. Gonna have 4 laps to go. Pace truck's off. Green flag back in the air.
Green, green, green.
Good jump by Austin Simmelman at the line going into turn number 1. James Tiernan right there on the bottom side of the racetrack, both cars. Trevor Royer at the extreme outside. Nathan Davis on the bottom, side by side with Ernie Williams. Davis finding some grip on the bottom side of the racetrack. He's going to try to get alongside. Can't do it that time. Ernie's going to dive to the inside. Black Diamond Motorsports 3 wide there for the third spot as James Tiernan puts in the outside fence there off turn number 2. 3 wide again between Davis, Ernie Williams, and Trevor Royer here off turn number 4 for the 4th spot with 2 laps to go. Ernie's going to take over that third position. Trevor Royer back here in 4th. Nathan Davis 5th. Tyson Landis up to 6th. A little bit of contact between Royer and Williams. White flag in the air for race leader Austin Simmelman. James Tiernan still in the 2nd spot. Ernie Williams riding in 3rd. Nathan Davis, Tyson Landis, Royer back to 5th. But off turn number 4, Austin Simmelman will win here at Dirt Track at Charlie. James Tiernan in 2nd. Ernie Williams 3rd. Nathan Davis 4th. And Tyson Landis will finish in 5th.
Some great racing by all them drivers out there. It was
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
From pretty much
hard racing.
from 2nd on back, some hard racing. Those Black Diamond Motorsports machines, they were 3 wide there a couple times. Those last 2 laps going into turn number 3 one time and off turn number 2 the other time. But Ernie Williams got the best of his 2 teammates and will end up on the podium. All right, these guys are going to stop here. Need James to go back a little back. See if I can stop it there. That's not the best of views, but we'll do it. Got to get these guys into here. Got some guys coming for the next race already in this team speak. I got to sift through.
Hang on, we're not going green.
Who am I looking? Tiernan. Where's James Tiernan? Here we go. All right. Ernie Williams got a copy.
Gotcha, Mike.
All right, man. Some hard racing between you and a couple of teammates there in the last couple laps. Good run for you. Just talk about the night overall.
Qualified first, so it started out great. Got first in my heat, put me in the dash. Not a very good draw. I pulled a 7, put me 4th row inside. Dash, I got into my teammate a little bit and put me 10th finishing, so I was pretty much work cut out for me in the A main. Started 5th row outside, and my car was great, I'll be honest. I mean, it pretty much put it anywhere I wanted. Once I got up to 4th or 5th, you know, I mean, with my teammates and Austin and James, it was a little bit more trickier. They were running a little line where only left a little bit of room on the outside, and, you know, you don't know if you're ready for that line right then and there, but all in all, it wasn't a bad night. I felt like I probably could have won this thing, to be honest, if I didn't have to start so far back. I mean, like I said, my car felt great, and the cushion I felt was just starting to come in a little bit there. And I just ran out of laps. Just 5 more laps, 7 more laps maybe. I probably could at least got to second, got to Austin. I don't know if I got around him, but I probably could have got around Tiernan in there for too long. But all in all, good night. 3 of the top 5, I think, BDM guys. So not all bad for us.
Seemed like the track was, like you said, it got a little bit kind of all over the place, but you pretty much ride or die at the top. Was the top a little rough? It seemed kind of a little rough there, especially about the midway point of the race.
Nah, it wasn't that bad. You know, I was a little loose coming out of 4 a little bit. I mean, there's some bumps into there, but all in all, they really wasn't. I've seen them worse, trust me. And but all in all, the track wore out pretty good. And like you said, there were lines everywhere. I felt like even when I wasn't running the cushion, I could jump down 2-3 lanes off the cushion and still at least be able to maintain the position I was in, and the guy in front of me not pull away 4 or 5 car lengths like normal.
Hang on, we're not going
so
green.
It definitely makes for definitely different lines. And once the field starts to thin out, then that's when I want to go up there and try to do my pass. I mean, when you're in the crowd, you're pretty much just trying to go wherever you want or wherever you can to get around somebody. Slide job here, slide down. You're high one lap, I'm low the next, until you get up there to where it's starting to filter out to where you get them guys, and you got to start making every lap count then to pass them guys.
All right, man. Any thank yous before we let you go?
Absolutely. Tim Nichols with Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. Black Diamond Motorsports, congratulations for Austin and James on first, second. I know Nathan had a good car, and Trevor did too. Probably could have got everybody on the podium if things went correctly, but all in all, good night of racing for us, and hopefully we can repeat it here in the 410s.
All right, man. Congrats. Hopefully talk to you again later tonight.
All right, thanks, Mike.
That is third place, Ernie Williams. Going to get James here in the channel real quick. James Tiernan got a copy.
I got a copy.
All right, man. Good run for you. Kind of just battled with Austin pretty much all night. Just kind of had some hard luck in the end. A couple times you benefited from the caution. A couple times he did. Just talk about the night overall.
I mean, I can't complain about tonight. Overall, I think it was a really good show. I think I started second, finished second, so can't complain. Car felt pretty good. It was wicked fast when the middle was there, and then that went away. Tried to run the bottom, didn't have nothing for Semmelman, and then started to get stuff on the top. But by the time I figured that out, it was a little too late.
Just talk about how the track changed throughout the night. I tried to ask Ernie, but he just pretty much rides the top, so he's probably not the best person to ask. But you kind of were all over trying to find a way to get around Austin. Just talk about how the track was.
For racing conditions, I think it was awesome. You had to be on your toes. You had to keep finding that line. You had to have something going on in the old cabeza, trying to do some calculations on what's going to get you around that track quickest. And I noticed Ernie was flying around that top. I was looking at the relative and just kept catching, so I figured I might as well try the top, and it worked out for me. It definitely wasn't enough, but getting there.
All right, man. Any thank yous before we let you go?
quite a bit, actually. I'd like to thank Elbows Up Sim Sport for helping me out. Everything they do, setups, all that stuff. We've really had a terrific year at the beginning of this year, and we've got a lot of momentum coming. I'd also like thank Over the Wall Photography for sponsoring us. BS Air, Dude Products, very helpful for anyone that goes to a dirt track race. They got face wipes and that kind of stuff from your face, so you don't break out and that kind of stuff, which is kind of annoying.
Hang on, we're not going
And
green.
overall, I'd like to thank Elbows Up TV for sponsoring me as well.
All right, man. Congrats on that second place finish.
All right, appreciate it.
That is second place, James Tiernan. Get Austin here in the channel real quick. Austin, someone got a copy.
Yeah, I got it, Mike.
All right, man. Good run for you. Started out front and kind of just had a couple cautions there where you fell back to second, but kind of got the best of old James there and brought home the victory. Just talk about the night overall.
Yeah, first of all, I'm not used to starting up there. That was kind of foreign territory for me. I've been starting so far back in these races lately, but no, we got lucky with the dash draw there and got out front in that, and I was actually really good there in the dash, but then the top went away, I felt, to start the race, and I just put the wing in the trunk and hugged the tires, and I actually didn't mind following a second there because I didn't know where he was running. I could kind of watch him and just see for a little bit there and kind of pick my way around the track because I didn't know where he was running.
Just talk about how the track changed and also trying to just keep James behind you, knowing that he was really coming on, especially with some of those cautions, and then we had the caution about 4 laps to go. Just talk about the mindset with those last 4 laps, what you wanted to do with them.
I definitely didn't want to see that last yellow there for sure. I got in a rhythm before that, and I felt pretty good. I didn't hear him behind me, and was kind of rolling. And the yellow came out, and I figured, I was just gonna stick to what got me there and stay in the bottom and try to run 4 qualifying laps and hit my marks and not really worry about what's behind me. But James is really good, and I know he doesn't really make many mistakes either. So it was a fun race for sure.
All right, man. Any thank yous before we let you go?
Yeah, of course. Drew Neal at 19 Design for all the help. Race on Texas, Scott King Designs, and you guys for putting this on. Hopefully we can put on a good show in the 410s here.
All right, man. Congrats on that win. Hopefully we talk to you again later tonight.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it.
That is your race winner, Austin Simman. Thoughts before we sign off and get ready for the next one there, Nick?
Well, I know the motors are a lot bigger, so it's going to probably be a lot more harder to drive, a lot more faster racing, I suppose. I mean, the 410s usually pick up a few seconds sometimes, depends on what track, but I think all in all, a lot of good racing. I see most of the drivers are in the pits here for the new session, so some heavy hitters I'm seeing, so we should have some good racing.
All right, man. So we're going to shut it down here. Thanks for tuning in to race number 1. Austin Simman was the race winner. James Tiernan second. Ernie Williams third. For Roger Wagner, Nicholas McGee. My name is Mike Peterson. Thank you for tuning in. Give us about 10 or so minutes. We'll get re-racked, and we will get the second race up here for you. But thanks for tuning in here, and we'll be back shortly.